Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Ara. If you haven't been here before, thank you for joining me. If you have, I am so sorry I've been gone all summer. It has been a very hectic, busy summer, and that is life. I've been adulting. Not the biggest fan of adulting, but that's what I've been doing. I did need to stay away for some time and just work on my priorities and take care of my family. Started a new job somewhere different. Well, not new job, new contract. I'm still a nurse, just a new contract. And I just had too much on my plate, so I needed to stay away. Today, I'm gonna be playing with some of my old favorites, just kind of pulling together, staying in my lounge clothes, my sweats, staying at home. I just want to look good for me and stay home. But I do have two new things I wanted to play with today. One of which is the new Prada eyeshadows. I have the quad 2, and yeah, stay tuned for it. The second one that I wanted to play with, if I can find it, my vanity is a mess, is the new fall launch from Chanel. I bought the new fall blush. This thing, oh my gosh, stole my heart. I could not wait to buy it when I saw the promo pictures online. So these are basically the only two new things I'm playing with today. The rest of them are just kind of, I lied, there's like other new things in here, but I've played with them. You know, these are just the first times I've played with these things. So that being said, I'm just gonna have fun and do my makeup. And if you wanna stick around, I'd love that if you do. And if you enjoy this video at the end, I'd love it if you'd consider giving it a like and a subscribe. And please leave me your thoughts down below, because I'm pretty sure I forgot to say that on my outro. But I love it when you guys talk to me and sharing your likes and dislikes and just talking about makeup. It's fun. Hello friends, how are you doing today? I know it's been a very long time, but I just want to play with some makeup today and just have a little bit of fun being creative. It's like therapy for me. It's very relaxing and calming. I've got a bunch of old favorites and some new things that I'm going to play with today. I have used quite a few of these. Some of the things that I just bought I haven't yet, so it's going to be a bit of a first impression. I've primed my face already. I primed with the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas. This one is my favorite. And I bought the new Chanel Liquid illuminating something. I don't remember the name of this. It's the skin enhancer. I bought mine in the shade soft pink. I'm going to use that before I put down my foundation. I have used it twice already. I did really like it. I wish it were just a little bit lighter to work for my complexion, but it's pretty sheer. I can sheer it out quite a bit. I know I've been away for quite a while, but in my defense, I had way too much on my plate. So I just want to enjoy some relaxing time playing with my makeup. And I don't know about you guys, but the summer went by in such a hurry. I am quite surprised by it. The kids are back in school. They started last week. They're adjusting pretty well so far. I am very happy about it. I have a senior, which, well, my second senior. My oldest already graduated 2 years ago. And I have a junior and a preschooler, so quite busy. And I still work night shift. I did start a new contract over the summer. It's been an enjoyable one so far. I'm doing intermediate cardiac, and I really enjoy the place I'm working. So for today, I've decided I want to color correct. Excuse me, my throat is not the best right now, so I apologize. I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury color corrector here. I want to just kind of get rid of some of these little dark circles around my eyes. I want to color correct a little bit under my eyes. I sleep during the day, I work all night. My sleep is back and forth, so when I am off, I try to flip my sleep for my family. So it's difficult to look like I'm awake when I'm awake, because I really am tired. So for today, I'm not going in with anything new. I'm going to use my Tom Ford shade in Illuminate. I have mine in the shade 3.5 Ivory Rose. I still want to buy the concealer. I have not. I've held off. It's just so expensive. But I want to try it. I did buy the Surratt concealer, the one that came out in July. I bought the shades 1 or 0, I can't remember. It was way, way too light for me. I had to send it back. I really didn't even get to form impressions on it. I was really hoping that the shade would work based off of the images on Beautylish, but it is what it is. I might pick up shade 3. I'm still thinking about it. However, it is yet to be seen if I want to. I wasn't very fond of the packaging. It had the little sponge tip to it, and I feel like that is just such a messy application, and I don't like it. Oh, I bought the BK Beauty 101 brush during the Friends and Family or anniversary sale, I think it was. This is my 3rd time using it, and I really like it. I don't know if it's my new favorite foundation brush, but I do enjoy it. For concealer, I have pulled out 2 of my favorite concealers. One that is DIOR, and the other is my Natasha Denona, if I can find it. I'm gonna be mixing these 2 concealers. I have DIOR Forever Skin Corrector in 1CR and my Natasha Denona in R2. Do around my nose. A bit on forehead here. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you know that DIOR is my favorites. I have a very hard time using other concealers. I love this one so much. I also bought the BK Beauty 109. This thing is perfect for concealers. I think it might replace my favorite Sigma brush for concealing. It's beautiful. And I can work in my concealer really quickly with this. My eyes have been so sensitive over the summer. It was hard to do any eyeshadow makeup. My eyes have been watering with the slightest changes in lighting, weather, you name it. And I'm gonna powder with my favorite. It's the Suqqu, oh my gosh, Oil Rich Glow Loose powder. I have mine in the shade Lavender. They finally restocked it on Selfridges early in the summer, and I had to pick it up. It does have a beautiful little brightening effect to it. I do find that the Glow Oil Rich powder does not dry me out as much as other powders do. It has quite a bit of a moisturizing effect to it. And just kind of press that into my forehead and help prevent any more creasing. Maybe around my T-zone. I don't think I'm using, I'm not using anything cream today. No cream contour. No cream blush, so I'm not super worried about. Let me see if I can get the brush here and kind of help blend that out. This is my Sonia G Detail Pro. I like using this for under my eyes for powder. Okay, moving on to bronzer. I have found my new holy grail. I found it over the summer. Surratt launched it over the summer. This bronzer has replaced all of my favorite bronzers. This is the Soleil Doux? I'm gonna have to get my daughter to teach me how to pronounce it. The Artistique bronzer. This thing is incredible. I am beyond surprised at how beautiful it blends out, how easy it blends out. The formula doesn't have like any kick up in the pan. The product itself is like very kind of silky, satiny to the touch. The color is perfect if you're fair like myself. It's a beautiful neutral, oops, not the best swatch. Beautiful neutral shade. I love this thing. It's very hard for me to reach for my other bronzers now that I have this one. I think I've used this one every single time I've done my makeup since I bought it over the summer, except for once. I'm gonna use my Sonia G. This is the Jumbo Bronzer brush. And it just has such a beautiful, beautiful look. The formula is smooth like butter. I wanted to try a new one. It's not new, but it's new to me. A new foundation application where you apply your powder first. Savannah Silver does it, and she's done it for a long time, and I've wanted to try it for a long time. And then it popped up on my feed on Instagram, someone applying their makeup like that, and I was like, I still need to try that. And I really, really want to give it a go. I should have done it today just for the heck of it, but I forgot. So I'm going to take a little bit of that on my Sonia G. Kristen Dominique nose contour brush and just contour my nose a bit. I do enjoy contouring my nose. I don't feel like my nose is oddly shaped or anything, but I just feel like it provides that dimension and doesn't make my face look so flat. Moving on to the new fall blush launch for Chanel, or fall launch for Chanel, the new blush. I have, goodness, what is the shade? 797 Beige et Corail. I have the orange color. The embossing on this thing is magnificent. The packaging, I mean, not as luxe as I would like, but it doesn't feel cheap either. It's their normal packaging. It does come with the little brush that I will never use, but I do like that it has it. The embossing is what I want to show you. I haven't touched it, swatched it, used it, nothing. This thing is amazing, luxuriously beautiful. That is next level embossing. Absolutely beautiful. This color, it is definitely not going to match my eyeshadow quad, but for this blush, I'm going to go in with the Sonia G. This is the Designer Pro blush brush. Cheek brush. And I just want to pick that up here. Don't know how well it's going to show up. It could be pigmented. I like that. It's not overly pigmented, I don't think. Okay, it does have good pigment to it. I lied. That's a beautiful orange blush. I'm a sucker. I didn't do too much to the embossing with this brush. It's so beautiful though. And just kind of buff that out a little bit, especially right here in the front of my face. Kind of don't like it so harsh. Moving on now to highlighter, I'm going to use my Lisa Eldridge Elevated Glow. This one is in the shade Crystal Nebula. I'll use this sponge. Just going to put it on the back of my hand a little bit and then work it into my sponge that way. I am very tempted to buy the Gucci highlighter. It looks beautiful, and Martina has raved about it for quite some time. And honestly, I only bought this one because of her, because she loved it so much, and I finally caved. I was never much of a liquid or cream highlighter person myself. I need to clean up my setup a bit and get a monitor so I'm not having to constantly look in the viewfinder. It's just too small for me. I have to just strain my eyes a little too much. Before I move on and do my eyes, I actually picked up the Bobbi Brown. This is the Vitamin Enriched Press Powder. This is the shade Yellow. I tried to pick up their neutral shade. I bought one from Sephora. They kept sending me the peach shade, and I had to tell them, this is too dark, you've sent me the wrong shade. They sent out a replacement. It was the exact same peach. There was something up with it on their website, like between the warehouse and the website. I did notice that even up till right now, they have taken down 2 of their shades, the peach and the neutral shade, and only the yellow shade and their deepest shade is currently on the website. But this one is still pretty light and sheer. It does work for me. I don't use it in the center of my face as much, but but I can still make use of it. I'm gonna pick it up on a Sigma Kristen Dominique setting powder brush here and just kind of work it into the brush and just buff it all around my perimeter. I have a different powder that I want to use for the center of my face when I'm finished with my eye makeup. I feel like this powder has such a beautiful luminosity to it. It's not as luminous as the Laura Mercier powder. I do feel like it's a little more toned down, but it's not as mattifying as the original powder. This one has a bit of subtle luminosity to it that is just right. And even though it's yellow, it's still very, very sheer. And I can still get away with using this one. I am gonna go off camera though, and I'm gonna do my eyebrows and just kind of prep my eyelids. And then when I come back, I am going to use my new Prada Quad. What shade did I buy this in? I just remember it being labeled as number 2. So we're gonna use that when I come back. Okay, my eyebrows are on and I did my lipstick off camera. I used my Hermes number 11 lipstick. This is the shade Beige Naturel. And went ahead and used my old KKW 0.5 lip liner. I'm just trying to use it up. I do love this lipstick, it's beautiful. I also did a little bit of tight lining with my Milk Cosmetics liner. I just wanted to get a little bit of that black kind of on my waterline. So what I want to do, I bought the Prada Dimensions number 2 quad. This thing is a beautiful package, holy moly. So I mentioned something about how this one is not as luxury as I would like, but it's not cheap feeling either. This one is very luxurious feeling, and I'm sorry for how reflective that is. It's stunning, and it's also refillable, so you can pop this thing out and place a different quad in there if you want to. This is the one that I bought, number 2. I love the cool tone shades of this. I do love that silver there, and I feel like even if I just want something smoky, I can still use this quad, but it's got a lovely pop of yellow. This is fun, and I'm excited to try it. That's why I said it's just definitely not gonna match with my blush today. However, I don't care. I'm not going anywhere. I'm sitting in my room and I'm gonna have fun. So we're gonna use it. My eyes are primed. I did use the Kaleidos Tone Activator. I'm almost finished with that one. I might buy a new one of that. I think I'm gonna start with that gray shade in the center and just kind of work that all along my crease. I don't know how this formula is gonna work, but I'm excited to try it. And I've got you zoomed in. Ooh, let me just kind of blend out those creases a little bit. There we go. And I'm just going to lightly buff that into my crease. That is a lot more pigmented than I thought it would be. This is a Sonia G Builder Pro. And I'm just gonna work it in and buff it all out. I'm not gonna bring it all the way into this inner corner here. I wanna save that for that yellow. This feels like a satin formula. I'm just gonna keep working that in. I like to bring my shadows up to my brow bone, the way my eyes are shaped, and out a little bit further this direction. Kind of help elongate them a bit. And I am in absolutely no mood to do anything fancy liner wise, so it's not gonna happen today. Gonna keep it simple. Okay, that wasn't too bad. The formula of this eyeshadow is stunning. Oh my gosh, absolutely stunning. I'm gonna get some pretty good use out of this fall. And it's almost fall. Oh, I'm so excited. This is my favorite season of the year. I love how everything changes. My husband's downstairs making noise, blowing his nose. And I'm just gonna kind of buff that out. I cleaned off my brush. Just want to buff out those edges just a little bit. That's better. Okay. I'm gonna switch over to a Rephr 13. I'm gonna pick up the black shade in the palette. I don't know how deep this is, so I'm just gonna start slowly. And I'm gonna build it up right here on the outside corner and blend it up into my crease. That's not a bad black at all. The formula is very workable. They feel like a satin matte. Which is very, very comfortable. I'm just gonna keep blending it here on this outside edge and just work it off of my brush before trying to move it towards my center here. Get all of this product off. I'm not getting any fallout with it. At least I don't think I am, unless I'm crazy. This thing is very workable. I'm just gonna start bringing that inward in my crease. I am really liking that so far. Now, what I wanna do is gonna be a little more creative, and I know I said I wasn't gonna do anything outrageous, but I wanna use this yellow before I go in with this sparkly shimmer shade. And I saw Angie use her yellow eyeliner. I'm gonna use my ColourPop yellow eyeliner. I'm gonna put that around this center or the inner corner here, just to kind of help with that base. A little bit of this laid down so that yellow kind of pops a little bit more. I'm gonna take a Rephr number 3 brush. I'm gonna pick that yellow shade up here and just kind of place it over that liner that I put down. See what it does. Ooh, this is a lovely little mustard yellow to work with. Oh, that's so pretty. I'm gonna use my Sonia G number S3. This was a limited edition, I wanna say it was holiday last Christmas. I'm just gonna pick that up on my brush just a little bitty bit. May have overdone it, this is pretty pigmented. And I'm just gonna kind of buff it right around here and bring it up to meet that gray shade. Just keep doing this little sweeping motion. Before I finish up my lower lash line, I want to put that silver on my lid. I'm just gonna pick it up with my finger. Ooh, that is a very soft metallic formula. Okay. I don't have any glitter glue or a tacky base for this. I'm just using my finger. And it just has such a lovely little wet sheen. Oh, wow. Kind of bring it into that yellow a little bit. That is knocking my socks off. For a luxury brand, I was not expecting it to look nearly as pigmented. I thought it would be more along the lines of Chanel and, you know, Guerlain and things like that that are a little bit more subdued, but this is, I like. And just kind of blend that yellow into my shimmer. And then I'm gonna pick up just a touch more of that black and work it onto that outer corner. I don't wanna lose the depth out here. I don't want my lower lash line to be kind of blown out or anything like I typically do. I want a little bit more precision with it. I'm gonna use a soft definer from Sonia G. Pick up that black shade right there on the tip. Right there on the tip. And I'm going to build it up just here in the outer corner and work it into this corner here, bring it up to meet the black on the outer edge, and bring it around here. I'm gonna leave this here where it's at. I'm gonna go off camera, do my mascara, put on some lashes, finish up this eye, and then I will be back. Okay, my eyes are finished. I've got my lashes on. I use the Ardell 862 3D Faux Mink lashes. Last but not least, I'm gonna use my Sicily Blur Expert. I had this in the original shade. I bought the newest shade, 0. It is quite a bit lighter than the original shade. I'm gonna use this one today. I bought it just because the original would make the center of my face, with me being so fair, just a little bit darker. I do really, really like this powder. It's extremely like hard pressed, so you really have to like work it into the brush when you first get it. But then once you do, kids just got home. But then once you do, this thing is very, very blurred. Sorry about that. My oldest kids just got home from school. So I've only used it on this side of my face. I've worked it into my brush. I love using this for my T-zone. It might be hard to tell with me being so fair and in such lighting. Maybe I can, well, I can't really adjust this lighting just yet. But this is such a blurring powder, and I know Michelle Wong likes to use it under foundation. I have used it under foundation in my T-zone. Didn't really care for the way that looked, but I really do love this for finishing touches. It provides such a blurred look, and I am a huge fan. I'm so glad they brought out a different shade, a lighter shade. They definitely need darker shades. 100%, Cicely, you need darker shades. But I do like that this one won't darken up my T-zone. I am so happy with the way my look turned out. I feel like a little royal bumblebee, queen bee. This thing is beautiful. I love that little pop of yellow for this quad. I was not expecting this quad to have any impactful color to it, just based off of how luxury eyeshadows work. This thing is so beautiful. I love it. I cannot wait to play with it again, and I adore the way my look turned out. It's been a while since I've done my makeup. I'm feeling this. I love it. Like I said, super, super happy with my purchase. I am really looking forward to some of the fall launches, and then, believe it or not, we are at that time where the holiday launches are coming up, so cannot wait. So excited. That being said, I'm going to try to stick with my goal of 1 upload a week. It is a goal of mine. It's been very difficult. We'll see what happens, but 1 a week, it feels doable. It sounds doable to me, but we'll see. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't done something for yourself today, please do, because you are worth it. Bye guys.